Good morning all of you. Now today we are going to study about this, how to derive the expression for kinetic energy. Okay, expression, what is formula for this kinetic energy? That is K is half mv square. Okay, now with the help of some this equation we are going to find out or derive the kinetic expression for kinetic energy. Now suppose a stationary object or body, stationary object of mass m, okay, moves because of an applied force. Okay, one object is there stationary, it is moved because of the applied force. Let u be its initial velocity. Okay, initial velocity u, here u is equal to generally we are taking initial velocity to be 0. Okay, u is equal to 0. Then let the applied force be F. Then this generates an acceleration a, small a, in the object, and after time t the velocity of the object becomes equal to v. Okay, so initial velocity is u, and after some time after time t it will become v. The displacement during this time is s. So the work done on the object W is F into S. Okay, work done is nothing but force into displacement. S is displacement. So can I write this? W is equal to F into S, that is force into displacement. Now we have to derive the equation now according to Newton's second law of motion. Okay, according to Newton's second law of motion, force is mass into acceleration. Okay, F is equal to m into a. Okay, so we will consider this equation number 1. Now similarly, using Newton's second equation of motion, okay, this is equation Newton's second law of motion. If we are using similarly using Newton's second equation of motion, we can write S is equal to ut plus half at square. Okay, actually this is nothing but Newton's second equation of motion. We have seen this 3 equation of motion now, so this is the second equation of motion. So here if we consider this, in this equation u is equal to 0, then this equation becomes S is equal to u. If you are taking u is equal to 0, then 0 into anything into it can be 0. Okay, so u 0 into t is nothing but 0 plus as it is, okay, half, then at square. Okay, so can I write this as S is equal to this will get cancelled, so half at square. Okay, so now we got the value of S. Okay, now what we will do now, we will put this value of S. Okay, we will put this value of S and the value of m in this equation. W, we know that W is equal to F into S. So I will write now F, instead of F I will write MA. Okay, here I will write. Okay, now I have taken W. See, this equation is nothing but I am writing here this equation, means in this substituting the value of F and S. So instead of F I am writing MA. From where I have taken MA? From here. Okay, F is equal to MA. Okay, into then S. What is the value? Just now we have seen S is nothing but half at square. Okay, got know how this came? Okay, now can I write this? W is equal to, now I will rearrange this. Now half I have taken here, 1 upon 2 into m as it is. Okay, then instead of a, now a into a, so I have written a. Okay, then t square is there, so instead of writing separately I have written in the bracket at square. Okay, so we got this value of W is nothing but 1 upon 2 m at square. This equation I got. Okay, now using Newton's first equation of motion, okay, already we have used the Newton's second equation of motion. Now we will use Newton's first equation of motion, that is V is equal to u plus at. Okay, so can I write this V now? Instead of V, we know that u is nothing but 0, so instead of in place of u I am writing 0 plus at. So V is nothing but 80. Okay, so we got the value of V is equal to 80. So squaring both the side, V square is equal to now A square. Okay, the squaring both the side. Now what I am going to do now, I will put this value of here. Now you see we have got this equation W is equal to half m80 square. Okay, so I will put now what is 80 square. Instead of 80 square, what I will write now, I will write the value of 80 square here, V square. Okay, so it will become W is equal to half m, and this 80 square will become V square. From where we got V square? You got this from here. Okay, so W is equal to half mv square. This is we got this equation from above. Okay, so now as we know that the kinetic energy gained by an object is the amount of work done on the object. So here the kinetic energy is as good as or is equal to work only. Okay, so can I write this instead of W, KE, kinetic energy is equal to half mv square. Okay, so by this we got this equation. This is the equation for the kinetic energy. Okay, so we got this. Okay, now one example is there for this which is depend upon this kinetic energy. Okay, to find. So you see here one a stone having a mass of 250 gram is falling from a height. Okay, one stone is there of mass 250 gram is falling from a height. How much kinetic energy does it have at the moment when its velocity is 2 meter per second? So see here we got mass, that is 250 gram, but actually we have to convert this 250 gram into kilogram. So what we will do, we will just divide this. How will this? We will see here 250. Okay, see here 250 upon 1000. Okay, so you got, see here this zero get cancelled with this 0. Okay, oh, and then this is 2 zeros are remaining. So can I write this as 0 point? Okay, so how we got 0.25 kg. Okay, so now what we will do, we got this value of m, we got value of v. Okay, now in kinetic energy is nothing but half v mv square. Okay, so put these values here, half into mass. What is m now here? M is 2.5 kg. Okay, into 2v square. So instead of v I am writing 2. Okay, so if you will simplify this, no, so we will get 0.5 joule. Okay, so kinetic energy, the unit for kinetic energy is nothing but joule. Okay, 0.5 joule we got. Okay, now see, we have seen about this kinetic energy. Okay, so we know now, in short we can say that the kinetic energy is nothing but the energy it is stored in that object because of its motion. Okay, kinetic energy because of its motion, that is called as kinetic energy. Now we will see about the potential energy. What is potential energy? Now some examples are there for potential energy. An arrow is released from a stretch bow. Okay, so now we will see there are some examples are given to us to clear the concept of potential energy. An arrow is released from a stretch bow, then water kept at a height flows through a pipe into the tap below. Okay, so water which is stored in some water tank. Okay, it comes out from that. Okay, then a compressed spring is released. Okay, the compressed spring which is tightly compressed. Okay, and then it is released. Okay, so these are the example, the energy which we are getting from this is nothing but the potential energy. So which words describe the state of the object in the above examples? Where did the energy required to cause the motion of object come from? Okay, so if the object were not brought in those state, would they have moved? Okay, so to make the object movement. Okay, in this first case you see arrow is released from a stretch board. So in this case the arrow is the object. Okay, so because it is stretched, so then only can be released. Then water can be flow from height, it is kept in the height form. And here is also the compress, when the spring is compressed, only after it's released then it comes out of that. So these are the example of potential energy. So in short we can say that the energy stored in an object because of its specific state or position is called its potential energy. What is potential energy? The energy stored in an object because of its specific state or position, okay, is called its potential energy. Now hold a chalk at a height of 5 centimeter from the floor and release it. Okay, we have to hold the chalk at a height of 5 centimeter, then release, then now stand up straight and then release the chalk. Is there a difference in the results of the two activities? If so, why? Okay, now see the distance. There is a two cases. Here the distance is less and here the distance is more. Okay, so there is a difference in the distance. So expression for potential energy: to carry an object of mass m to a height of h above the earth's surface, a force equal to mg. Okay, force is there, okay, with the whatever the object is coming down, no. So in this case, mass into what is g? Acceleration due to gravity. We have already seen this. Okay, so F is equal to m into g. Okay, so here has to be used against the direction of the gravitation force. We know that the to overcome the gravitation, no, here mass into gravity, acceleration due to gravity is working. Okay, so the amount of work done can be calculated as follows. What is work? Is nothing but, we have seen previously, force into displacement. Okay, work is nothing but force. In the first case we have seen force into displacement. Okay, F into S. But here in this case, no, that is work is equal to instead of force, now we know that force is nothing but ma, but instead of a we are writing g. Okay, so work is nothing but m into g into h. Here displacement is not s, but it is h, height. So can I write this now? Multiply this mgh. Okay, mgh. So the amount of potential energy stored in the object because of its displacement, that is potential energy, not mgh, or we can write w is equal to pe, potential energy. Displacement to height h causes energy equal to mgh to be stored in the object. So based on this potential energy, one example is given. 500 kg water is stored in the overhead tank of 10 meter height building. Calculate the amount of potential energy stored in the water. So very simple now. Height is given to you 10 meter, then mass is given 500 kg, then acceleration due to gravity is 9.8 meter per second square. So for potential energy is nothing but mgh. So 10 into m is 10, mass, acceleration due to g is 9.8 into here mass is given 500, sorry, mass is this h is written here 10, then acceleration due to get 9.8 and mass is there. Okay, here it is written. Then so we will multiplying this, now we are getting p is nothing but 49,000 joule. Okay, so this is the answer. So today we will stop here. Thank you.